We're live. Hmm. Ooh, I wonder if I could use that. Hmm. All right, let's push this out. Push it real good. Mm, mm, push it good. Mm, the streams yesterday, they weren't that big. There wasn't really much going on. There wasn't much going on. Do you want to hop on? More than welcome to. Let's see. Where's my channel? View your channel. Hey, look, that's me. Mm, mm, push it good. Push it real good. Mm, 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 mm. So how's everybody's day doing so far? Mr. Michael's in the chat. Pick up your dick. Hit the dick. Hit the dick. Sorry, I'm just we got two people watching, so I'm just kind of doing my shit. Somebody was like, "Yo, you look like fucking Ernest Goes to Camp." I was like, "What the fuck?" I do. Know what I mean, Vern? I was like, "Holy shit, I look just like that guy." You know what's crazy is everybody's like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" Like, you know what I mean, Vern? I think it was like started with like a milk commercial or something. Yeah, when that guy died, he was like a multi-millionaire. Like people were like, "What? He was a millionaire?" Like, yeah, like not just like, oh, you hear about some actor who was on like a couple of shows, and then you hear about them in like a fucking one bedroom apartment in LA, and you're like, damn, that's crazy. And then you hear about that guy who's like, we're gonna do some milk commercials, and then we're gonna turn them into like a string of fucking weird movies. Like Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to fucking prison, Ernest Goes to the moon. Like it was like, what the fuck? I love, I love that. That's not a bad comparison. I think it was like a fake one, but they had Joaquin Phoenix during the first Joker movie, and it was like a behind the scenes footage of him like getting pissed off because people in the crew called him Cher, and he was like, they're calling me Cher, that I'm like too involved in this role. Well, you know what? Cher's an actress and a singer, and it's fine. I'll be fucking Cher. Like it's kind of a funny clip. Where's your head at? All right. Bueno, bueno, bueno. All right, let's pull this painting up again. I did the painting in Illustrator. I like designed it in Illustrator, and then showed it to him. So now I'm like recreating. So you kind of see there's like, so it's gonna look something like that, right? But So it's just like blues on blues on blues. So I have to, and they want it to be like nice and like textured and crunchy. So this is like just like the first layer, just to like kind of soak into the canvas. It's raining, so we get to paint in the rain. I saw you and him walking in the rain. You were holding hands, and I never feel the same. Mm, 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 mm. All right, we're gonna do a angry little tree here, a little upset tree. Here he is. It's a tree that has murder on his mind. He wants to break off in a storm and smash you on the fucking head. That's what kind of tree this is here. All right, we're gonna just slide that up like you're gutting a fish. Here you go. You stick the knife in the gut. You pull up right to the collarbone. Gut collarbone. Gut collarbone. Right? Here's your knife. Gut collarbone. Gut collarbone. Wax on, wax off. Gut collarbone. Throat. 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 Gut collarbone. Throat. Grab and pull. Grab and pull. We're wiping away his tears. Don't cry, Liam. Don't cry. Wiping away the tears. I hope it's dark enough. I don't know. You know, just maybe I may need to make that spot a little bit darker. I won't be able to tell until the paint dries, but we'll have a cool extra layer. So it's never really a fuck up. It's just never really a fuck up. We're just doing this. Because there'll be a lighter logo that goes on top of this. So if we need to make another adjustment to this, make it darker, that's not a problem. This, I had a painting teacher at SVA, Peter Heineman, and he was like, whoa, painting is it's like a knife fight in an alleyway. You're like fighting with the paint, you're fighting with the canvas, you're like wanting it to do something, you're like trying to convey a meaning, you're trying to create an image, and the paint doesn't always want to do what you want it to do. So it's like you gotta fucking. It's not only like you're painting. It's like a fucking display of willpower, like over something. As a human being, you're like, I will take these elements and I will fucking put them together and I will make something, regardless of what the elements say. This is my painting. You're mine. Do what I want, or I will fuck you up. So, the first couple of paintings, you got paint all over you. The painting looks like shit. You don't know what to do. Like painting over shit. So I was like, this guy's crazy. And we would be sitting at the end of class. So it was like a giant room. Each class had like their area, like a cubby hole for paintings almost, but it was like a giant area, right? You like pull your paintings in, pull your paintings out, pull your paintings in. You beginning of class, you'd get to your area, you'd go get your painting, you'd paint for a couple of hours, and then you would sit down and listen to this dude talk about being a painter down in the village and talking about conceptual art and what it is. Like he was fucking like kind of ruthless, man. He was wild. But he like wore a scarf. Peter Heineman. He wore a scarf, and we would joke, and it like covered like a I don't know, like a thing on his neck, like a giant growth on the side of his neck under his chin, like a I don't know, like a gland or something. It was, but we were like, yeah, that's where he keeps his drugs. So at the end of the day, he would be just talking all this crazy shit, and we would all just be laughing our asses off, like crying, laughing about the stuff this guy would say. But it was interesting. One time like we had to do these color studies and fucking oils, man, fucking oils. Give me house paints any day of the week. Um, you it's kind of one of those uh color skill things where you got like a series of you break up a painting into a grid, and then you have colors on this side and colors at the top, and then you just kind of like you're mixing the colors. So by the end, you've like mixed all these different colors. You kind of see what all the colors do to each other. So everybody brought theirs in. They were pretty. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Like everybody's like brought in their same color scales, and he like takes them and puts them on the wall, right? And like he doesn't do them just like boop 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 boop. He like took one here, then because I guess he had like set this up for the previous class, so he had the nails already in the wall, so he just kind of like picked up this painting, put it here, took this painting and like put it over there, and like he just kind of like sporadically placed these paintings that we had all done, and they were all the same, but he was like placing them, and he was like, "That's concept art. Like I could sell that, and it wouldn't like you wouldn't get $1 for it." And we were just like, "What?" And he talked about like this artist who like went to a preschool and like got all the kids to paint on a single dollar bill. He was like, "Hey, I'll give you $1 if you draw on this dollar." So the kids drew on the dollar, they got $1, and then he took all those dollars and like made this like collage and then sold it for thousands. It was like, oh, fucking gnarly. So I don't know what the lesson was, but it was like I got the pull of it. I was like, fuck, don't be one of those kids. Like, be aware of what your shit's getting used for. I guess that was the lesson. He was never like very clear. It would just be like stories of him playing pool down in the village with shit dripping off the walls and stuff. He was like, there was shit caked on the walls, and we were playing pool, and they wanted to know what I did. I told them I was a painter. Holy shit. That's what you got. That's the kind of paint. It was like, oh shit. So like he would come over to my painting. It was like, my bar? I was like, yes, sir. He was like, you're not a painter. I was like, all right. Which, at the time I was like, yeah, dude, you're fucking out. It's like, you're not a painter? Yeah, well, you're an elective. So it's like, give me a fucking, I'm only here because I have to be, little fella. But he was like, you're not a painter. And at the time I was like, yeah, dude, I'm majoring in comic book illustration. Like, I don't give a fuck about fucking painting, which, in hindsight, fuck. But also, like, I took like a photography class and was like, how is this gonna fucking help me draw comic books? Which, like, eventually, oh, okay, yeah, taking reference photos in the city, like shit. You live in New York City, like, what better place to take reference photos? But then I had another teacher who was like, don't rely on photos. Like you need to be able to draw a fucking bust if you need to. It's like, okay. All right. That looks like shit. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's move over here a little bit. Let's move over here a little bit. Same brush. Same brush. Let's just make a difference right here. Let's make a difference. Mm, 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 mm. Boo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo. Hey, just give me a second. I gotta go get some water. Boom, boom, boom. I gotta get some water. Like the paint on my pants, so I don't get it on the faucet. Nobody wants to hear about that later. You got water on the faucet. You got paint on the faucet. You guys liking and sharing this? All three people watching? Whoa, a 10. What's up? Akuma! Akuma was the one who was calling me fucking. You know what I mean, Vern? What's going on, Kuma? How you doing, buddy? That shit was funny. What's going on, John? Welcome back. Welcome back. Liam is having a brain tear at the moment. Um, I think that's because he was like, "Show me some proof, show me some receipts," and then people just started fucking racking up receipts. You know, just because you delete something doesn't mean it doesn't exist somewhere. Like the internet is forever. If you say something on the internet, that's it, dude. So if you like are bragging about it or talking about it or admitting, it's like even if you were like, "Yeah, I just said a lie because I wanted to see how far they would go." I mean, I'm not sure how that makes any sense. Like, first, I mean, he's on Twitter saying, "I never said that. I never said that. There's no proof. There's no receipts that I said that." And then now there's like a video of him saying, "Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said that because I wanted to see if they were honest and truthful with what I would tell them." So you tell them lies to test their honesty, and then when they fucking bring it out publicly, you like deny it. It's fucking bro. It's fucking crazy, dude. I'm not even sure. I can't make that make sense, dude. I'm not checking my phone for text messages. I am checking for the painting. Okay. Okay. It's so funny. Let him fucking tear his brain in half. If anybody does it, it's him. Oh, if he's lying, I'm gonna exile him. No, you're not, dude. Shut up, Ethan. You fucking monkey. Jersey retard. Oh, I'm Caesar. Dude, you realize Caesar got fucking stabbed by his best friends? Like I think I think it's gonna be fucking Shane. Gonna do it. Shane and Malin. Those are gonna be the ones that fucking stab him. Oh, I'm Sopranos. You realize the Sopranos, they're all like fuck ups. Like it was like a black comedy. The Sopranos wasn't like a fucking awesome, like cool fucking crew. They were like a glorified crew. They were a bunch of fuck ups. And he gets whacked at the end as well. So it's like, we'll see what he says with this one. Let's see who he calls a pedophile after this. Like people aren't stupid. You know what I mean? If like Dark Gift is fucking streaming and talk about it, and he's in Dark Gift's fucking chat, then he goes online during that same time and starts calling people fucking pedos while Dark Gift is streaming and EFAP and Liam. Come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Move these out of the way. Let's kind of straighten up our mise en place here. Straighten up your mise en place. Mise en place. Mise en place. Straighten up your mise en place. Mm-hmm. 12 people. Awesome. We hit 300 watchers. I'll take my shirt off. We get 300 views. I'll take my shirt off. We hit 1,000 views. I'll take my pants off and I'll paint in my boxers. How about that? Oh, just calling that out. I lost a viewer. All right, maybe next time. Double check the painting. Wish that would fucking. Come on. I'm waiting for the moment when like Brown's CBR is like being blamed for the Emu War. Like Liam is gonna hit a point where he just started like he thinks Brown has access to a time machine. My lady, that's my lady. Let's see. Anybody want to hop on? Here you go. Mm, 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 mm. Liam. The Liam. Fucking guy, man. That fucking guy. He needs to be a little darker, but I guess we can go with this. All right, let's put this here. Okay, all right, slide this over here. I need something else with it. Brush ain't giving it to me, dog. Brush ain't giving it to me. All right. Pat you on the head, rub you on the back. Pat you on the head, rub you on the back. See, be nice. Get your router. You coming for my router? Mm-hmm. 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 Poor Liam. Poor Liam. You know, if I wasn't here, it would be somebody else. You know, if it wasn't me, you'd be fucking shit over somebody else. Yeah, I guess there's going to be a little more interaction. Milo, Milo, Milo. Hey, Milo. Hey, my man. What's up, killer? What's up, killer? How you doing, big guy? How you doing, homie? What you killed today? How many how many chipmunks have ended today because of you? The sweetest, prettiest murder machine on the planet, right here. Very personable. Milo, sharpening his claws. Just a murder machine. Oh, you guys couldn't even see him. Hey, come here, Milo. Come here, come here, big guy. This is our cat Milo. He's a beautiful little guy, and he is a murder machine. Murder machine. Okay. Let's see what else. Mr. Tree Goblin. You know, he's like uh he's like booted everybody. Even people who like give a little bit of pushback, he's booted them. So he's just got this small little group of like five people that are just fucking hugging him and patting him on his head while he spurgs the fuck out. It's so funny. Everybody's DMs are getting released now. Everybody's DMs are getting released. So Liam's DMs, where he's bullshitting fucking somebody in Word Campaign, that got released. So he's not gonna strike anybody. So he's just like glaring at the camera, fucking just like yelling dumb shit. It's like, how much more? Like, stop. Like, if this whole thing is just some kind of weird giant game, I it would be much better if it was, I don't know, the energy was spent on something else. Like, I think the story of Liam would be a much better fucking comic book than any of the shit that he's like put out. Like, I don't know how many in the chat ever read American Splendor, Harvey Picar, but it was just like a fucking dude just like complaining about shit and talking about his life. And then he'd write that down and give it to people and they would like draw it. That's what we need to do with Liam. You should, like, dude, just stop with the weird little anime shit and just start writing chapters of your life and let somebody animate it. Not animate it, but just like, maybe even animate it. Fuck. Just turn into like, Aussie Splendor, you know? Splendor Down Under. Maybe try to not to work in Splendor, but like that kind of like slice of life, but it's not. It's like this dude who like loses his mind when his family goes on vacation. He like makes everybody think that they've left him. but they're just going on a vacation that they had all planned on going to. Had to see it in the light. Had to see it in the light. Mm, it's still looking like shit. It looks like absolute fucking shit. Got 11 viewers. All right. Once we hit 300, I'll be taking off my shirt and painting. Yeah. Mm. Let me mute the camera for a second. Mm. Small people, they want to come out. Let's see. Let's talk about something that's not on the camera right now. Just for a second. Trying out for a new area of the internet. I'm sure you guys saw the locale live stuff. Honestly, this might be the first time that Liam might be correct. Not correct, but like there is a grain of truth to him saying, "Look, they gotta follow me everywhere," and it was like, I mean, everybody knows locale universe, right? I mean, if you watch the YouTubes at all, you're aware of the locale universe, right? So when somebody was like, "Yo, Liam's on the locale universe," I was like, "Oh shit, what? Like, let's go watch him. Let's go see what he does." And he didn't disappoint. Like when he's on his own shit, he is super confident. He is confident to just like spur the fuck out and like make up crazy threats he's gonna like strike fucking Mike and look through my shit and then I'm only on the internet at his whim and shit. Like you would think like, oh, he's gonna bring that to the locale. Yeah, nah, he tried to like play it fucking like try to play it cool with them or something. It just didn't fucking work. So I saw it, I was like, oh man, he totally shit the bed. But like once he left, I kept watching. I kept watching. And they were like, hey, there's tryouts. So I was like, all right, well, fuck it. So I tried out. I went in there. I joined the Discord and tried out. And I did pretty good. So Liam just like kind of hopped on there and then like quit. And I don't know. So that'll be fun. We'll see. What I like they want me to be on different shows, I guess, but try out or to jump on different shows. But the show I'd like to do is this show Locale Dark, and I think it'd be cool to do like conspiracies and just like weird shit, weird murder mysteries, live like true crime. Uh, alternate history, just crazy shit. Like how weird can you get? How flat is fucking flat Earth? Uh, so we'll see. I think I'm doing pretty good. The competition I have is like a guy with Jerry curl, and then a like an OnlyFans model or something. She says she's not an OnlyFans model. She says she's like a fucking neurosurgeon. But okay, all right. But she hops on and it's like just straight boobs. Like she's just flashing her boobs, and they're all like oiled up or something. Like she's just like covered in like a sheen. She seems very nice and bubbly, but you're like too bubbly. I know that sounds weird, but it's like I don't know if it's an act. Oh, okay, they come in. They keep poking their little heads out. Poking their heads out. Yo, what's up, Patrick? You see the link in there? The super secret link? Do you see the super secret link? Mm. Beep, beep, beep.
Woo! What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's going on? What are you crunching in my fucking ear?
Sorry, you caught me at the wrong time.
You
That was
fucking
some.
hit the link.
I know. I didn't know when you were gonna let me on though.
Oh, okay. That's
Those
fine.
are some party-sized Frito scoops, man.
What are you scooping with them?
Nothing. I was just going raw with them, man. I have some salsa. I was gonna make a burrito today. Nothing. I was just going.
What's up, Chuck?
What's going on?
Raw with them, man. What's happening, Chuck?
Yeah, I caught part of that stream. Hold on. Let me mute this. Yeah, I caught part of that stream yesterday where you were talking about the law call live, and I agree with what you said. Just this stuff is getting kind of burnt out. It kind of reminds me of you ever see Interview with a Vampire? Did you read the book?
I read the book.
Yeah, where they talk about where you can't feed on the blood of the dead.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where you're at in this situation. It's just boring. I mean, I wanted to hop on, but by the time I could get in there, you were already gone. But
Yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, dude. I
art and
totally
comic
get
books
it,
about
dude. I'm just
actual
like,
interesting shit.
I'm not really interested in the comics shit anymore, dude. Like
No.
it's narrowed down. It used to be a whole bunch of people.
Right.
It's now narrowed down to a handful of people, and they're all fucking weird
And retarded.
and retarded or degenerate. You know what I mean? It's like each one of those 5 people has like some crazy weird shit going on that I wouldn't want
Right.
anything to do with in real life.
Yeah, it's like these people are all strange. No, really? Who knew? I mean,
well, all the original Comicsgate people left. Like all
right.
the people who started it fucking bounced. So it's like you got carpetbaggers and weirdos from the mainstream showing up.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like you said. I mean, I don't have, it's I enjoy, going on Raptor show and stuff still, but
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, there's definitely a lot more interesting stuff that we could talk about. I mean, and I'm fine with them doing that, but if I'm, being, completely, honest about it, I had more fun on the stream that you and I and John did several weeks ago. we're just kind of geeked out and talked about comic books and art and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I like to kick it back if somebody talks shit to me, but like after a
Right.
certain point, it's like I don't know, like Ethan calling people pedophiles and stuff. It's just like, just stop, dude. Like you're done. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's not.
I think Ethan's just trying to be shocking at this point. Like, I think he's stealing the bit from Howard Stern.
I was about to say he's trying to be Howard Stern, and that whole thing is like dead long
Why
time
are all
ago.
these people trying to be other people? You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know.
It's like,
Try being
hey, Ethan's
themselves.
trying to be
It's
Howard
harder.
Stern, or Riley's trying to be fucking Andy Kaufman. It's like you're
Trying to be
fucking idiots.
themselves
We're
is
all doing
harder.
other people's bits.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's because they have no character. I mean, they can't be charismatic on their own.
Well, the
I mean,
character is one thing, but
well, yeah, I mean,
somebody else is
you know
being a
that's
personality that's not themselves.
that's a bit that he's stealing the bits, but even outside of the bits that he's not stealing, he's still funny.
Who?
Who Ethan is?
Raptor.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what we were talking about.
I thought you said Raptor. I heard. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about both of them. I just wanted to be clear which one you were.
Yeah, no, not Evan. Oh, we can't say his name. We have to say a fake name to give him power. Ooh, yeah, okay, whatever the fuck.
No, everybody.
I don't
calls
mind
him
saying his
Evan
name. I
because
know
that's the name
Dark
of the-
Gift has a problem saying his name. His name isn't Voldemort over here. I don't give a fuck.
I said it's just because I always thought that I didn't realize that there was I somehow missed the skydiving instructor's name being Evan. I just always thought that it was because Ethan is two-faced, and that was his alter ego was Evan.
Oh yeah, no, I think
and that kind of
somebody.
stuck actually, which is funny.
I think it was like a combo of like somebody had like did an accidental typo.
Yeah.
And then found out that like, oh nah, his first wife like left him for a dude named Evan, and that just like added
Do we
to
have to say
the
it 3
joy
times?
of it all.
Sucks.
That requires that you got to know way too much about Ethan. To me. I just call him Ego Van Scumbag. That's what I call him.
Yeah, he's a piece of work for sure. But now he's like, I fucking hate you, my boy. It's like, oh,
well, what else is
love me or hate me, you know? Still an obsession.
Okay. Moving right along with life.
Right?
Is that supposed to have some sort of effect on me? I'm sure.
We had a little bit of rain today, so that's new.
It looked like it wanted to rain
we had
here
some rain
yesterday.
earlier. Oh yeah, you're out in the high desert, ain't you? It's fucking
yeah, man. The clouds are all over the mountains, man. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh wow, there's actually snow. One of the mountains got snow. Holy shit!
Oh, that's wild.
Because it was rain. It was dumping rain down here.
Yeah, it's in the mid to
that's
high 80s here
for a long time. The big one got capped just now, so that was cool.
capped.
And the hummingbirds are going bananas.
Yeah, we got our hummingbirds here now.
Yeah, why is it so damn hot in my office? Shit.
We got a cool bird feeder that has a camera attached.
Dude, I saw one of those. Can that hook up to a webcam?
I guess so. It goes to your phone. Like we get notifications, and then there's like an AI built in, right? There's like an AI built in, so it like lets you know what bird
that's nice.
is at your bird feeder, and then you could like, because like we were getting a fuck ton of cardinals, so you can set it to be like, okay, if you see cardinals, you know, put that don't notify cardinals. You know what I mean? Notify other shit that pops up because the cardinals live like in the bush next to it, so they're just like constantly hitting it. You know.
Dude, you got to send me what that is, because I'm trying to do a hummingbird channel where you just watch hummingbirds and don't talk about none of this shit.
I like that. You know what I think the wild thing about hummingbirds is that it's like, oh, you know, like women women, I mean, not to be rude, ladies in the chat, witches in the chat, but like they're like, oh, look at these sweet little hummingbirds, and they always draw them like in like this like one pose, with like a
With the wings
flower.
out,
Yeah,
pulling
you
out
know
the
what I
wings.
mean? But it's like I had two hummingbird things, and dude, they were bombing each other and
Oh
shit.
yeah,
They
they
were fucking
battle all day,
yeah,
dude.
dude. And it's like, nah, dude. Like I imagine hummingbirds like little fucking like World War II fighter jets. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? With like a fucking circle on its ass, and there's like little marks on it where how many it's kills it's had. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, they'll fight
Like
hundreds
they're
of
vicious,
yards
dude.
away from the feeder because they're trying to dominate who's in charge of
Yeah.
the food.
Yep.
So those battles go on all fucking day,
And
man.
you and yeah, so like they're tiny as fuck, but like they'll sit in the bush or in the tree, and like they'll just sit there, and as soon as they see somebody fly over to the feeder, they
Oh
fucking
shit.
swoop
That shit.
down. Like it's awesome, dude. I love watching that shit, dude, because they're like little fighter jets. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
ornithopters from Dune and shit with like jousting spears on their heads because they go for each other.
Yeah, I'm wondering how like a drone would react, like if you told it to go after watching the hummingbirds. Like that would be like a whole other thing, man. Because the
You
drones
would
can
need,
follow shit.
yeah.
Ugh.
You need like a good like David Attenborough fucking voiceover.
We
What?
could
I
get
love that
AI
guy,
for
man.
that. I
That
mean,
is.
David Attenborough's doing AI for Risey, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
David Attenborough is like the voice of God eventually. When I get to heaven, it's gonna be fucking like the big shining light is gonna like dim down, and it's just gonna be David Attenborough standing there. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That fucking makes sense. What's up, dude?
He's been doing nature stuff since I was a kid, man. When I was in
Yeah,
junior high, and that's who I always prefer to hear. Like they had one where they had a couple more people come in. They had Sigourney Weaver come in and try to, and she was like, "Eh." The only other person I know of that I thought was actually pretty decent was Pierce Brosnan. I think
yeah.
he did a part of the series. I think it was for Blue Planet, maybe,
Hmm.
and I thought he was really good. Sigourney Weaver was okay.
I don't know. Back when I was a kid, that was Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I don't even.
I
Yeah.
remember Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom.
I don't
Stay
remember.
wild, America. Right?
That
Watch that shit. My granddad had that shit on all the time, man. You
was a
you
great
have to
show.
go in his house and not watch that show.
Stay wild, America. Yeah, there was like a two brothers, right? They would go out and film the shit.
I don't remember. It's so long ago. I don't think it was syndicated, so you can't watch it anymore.
Yeah, I'm not
No.
sure on that, to be honest.
It's so crazy. If you're like, hey, what did you have for dinner last week? I'd be like, I can't, I don't know. But I'll be like, da, 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 da,
Right.
da, da, boom, boom, da,
Yep.
da, 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 da.
That
I'd be like, yeah, man.
ABC's Wild
And I remember
World.
the guy had like a reddish beard, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And he would like, there's like clips of him like hiking through fields and shit, to like film the animals.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if they have good nature shows anymore.
I mean, they have like Our Planet. They have like, they have stuff on Disney that's pretty good.
Yeah, I got rid of Disney Plus, so I don't have
There's
Nature.
stuff on YouTube as well,
Mm-hmm.
but it's me and my kid watched a guy get himself stung by a stonefish.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Yeah, I mean, she was like, "Holy shit!" I mean, she
I
didn't say
hear
"Holy
that's
shit," but that
painful
was
as
like her
shit.
face. Yeah, yeah. So the guy goes out and like finds one and like shows you it. Oh, look how pretty it is. It looks like a rock. Like, blah blah
Pretty
blah.
deadly.
And then he pulls out the stingers. He like gently displays them. Dude, this shit, it starts shooting like neon blue stuff out of it. Like as soon as like it's like oozing, like pre-cooming. Like like it starts dripping and then and it's like neon blue, dude. It looks
That's
like
wild.
super soldier serum or something. So he like sticks himself. Yeah, dude, it's like instant. His hand is is like lit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like fucking crazy. But yeah, there's still stuff out there, and stuff that old stuff, that old Discovery shit, that old Animal Planet stuff is still out there. I think.
Did you ever watch Survivor Man?
Yeah, yeah, with Strauss Ledman or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still around. He does he put a lot of if not all his stuff on YouTube, and he's still actively doing stuff. He was supposed
Yeah.
to do this. God, what the heck was the name of that show? Basically, what it was, he was going to trace all the old routes of the early explorers.
Oh, that's dope.
And I don't know whatever happened with that. I know that he kind of had some stuff going on, and I know he had been battling some sort of parasitic infection from one
Oh shit.
episode that he did in the swamp, where he ate
That'll do
that where he ate that turtle meat,
Ah, fuck.
and then and he'd cooked it too, but still. And then I think if I remember correctly, around the time they were talking about doing that, retracing the historic routes of America, where like Lewis and Clark and whatnot. I
Mhm.
think that's right around about the time shortly thereafter that whole COVID shit went down, and so maybe it got nixed because of that. I don't know.
I don't know.
That would have been one hell of an interesting series.
Yeah, I like watching that show alone. I like that. I think I could do that show. To be honest.
Bear Grylls show was pretty good for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the word got out that it was all, sort of
Well, that he
staged.
was.
But I mean, that dude's tough, badass.
I mean,
Going
it's like
into-
staged, but it's like,
Eyeballs and shit.
you talk about the cameraman, and the cameraman was former SAS.
Yeah.
You know what I
on
mean?
top
So
of
it's
that-
not like they weren't just like doing shit in somebody's backyard. Like they were
Mhm.
like the cameramen were climbing shit and like
Right.
rappelling just as much as he was.
Yeah,
But the
on
thing
top
is,
of
they
that,
have
like,
a syndicated show, and they have insurance requirements that they have to meet in order to even get that stuff off the ground. Where they just simply won't allow them to do certain things because it's far too risky.
Well, I watched the Gina Carano episode where I think they were in the Italian Alps and or something like that. That was pretty
Shit,
good.
he was trying to smash that shit.
Oh, he's married. He did like
Okay, good job. Good job.
the
Doesn't mean he wasn't trying to smash.
no. Like he would
Yeah, he'd
do
be a
these shows,
dirtbag,
man,
bro, we
and there'd
know.
be like a dead fucking goat on the side of the mountain, and he'd just pop their eyeball out and eat it.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's real
That's
enough for
wild.
me. That's about as real as it gets.
Yeah. Oh, they placed that goat there for him. It's like, yeah, he's still fucking eating its eyeball though. It's like,
Yeah, he ate an eyeball, dude. Like,
do you remember
yeah.
the episode where there was like a sandstorm coming or something, and he like climbs into a camel?
Yeah.
There's like yeah, dude, he fucking just straight up like,
Or the one where he squeezes
Luke
the water out of
Skywalker
the
does that,
elephant
boy.
shit.
yeah, dude.
And
Is that
drinks
the
his own
same
piss.
episode where he's like he's squeezing dung for the water out of it,
Mhm.
and then like he finds the carcass of a camel and like climbs
Mhm.
into it like Luke Skywalker in a tauntaun, dude. He's
Yeah, for
climbs
real.
right the fuck
All
into it. It's like,
very
what?
much Empire Strikes Back. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like what?
That's exactly what I thought of too when he
That's
did it. I was like,
gnarly,
what the
dude.
fuck?
But then I saw it. Did you see that movie Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio?
I have
haven't
not
seen
seen
it.
it. I've heard it's good, but
Oh, dude, it's so good. It is so good. He fucking basically, and I don't even know what the guy's name. So Leonardo DiCaprio is like showing these army guys and trappers like a way through the wilderness. It's like late 1800s or something, right?
Didn't he
They're
get
like,
fucked by a bear or
yeah.
something?
So the bear
Man,
comes.
I don't need to see that.
He gets fucked up by this bear, right? And I'm like, what? I'm like, holy shit, man, he gets fucked up. And the guys show up and they're like, oh man, this guy's fucking toast. Right. And so Tom Hardy is in the crew and he's like, all right, if you want us to kill you, man, and take it, just blink for us and we'll fucking handle you. We'll take you out. And you just see Leonardo DiCaprio, there's like dirt on his eyeball and he's like trying not to blink, like, no, bitch, don't fucking like do not try to fucking kill me. You know what I mean? He's like, come on now. Just blink and I'll end it for you right here. It's fucking crazy. So they end up like leaving him. They end up just like dragging him into a hole and like throwing some dirt on him. And he like wakes up and like crawls back. But at one point, he like fucking climbs into a horse and is like crawling into a horse. And then in the morning, he has to like crack the horse and like climb out of it. There's like icicles and shit, dude. It's
Oh
fucking.
shit.
It's a crazy movie because like as he's crawling back to like the closest camp, he's like stitching fucking wounds. He's like putting gunpowder in other wounds and like lighting it and shit, to like just kind of like
Cauterize it.
All Rambo and
cauterize it,
shit.
just like halfway put his shit back together, so that he can get revenge on the guys that like left him and then killed his son. I didn't bring that up, but he has a half-breed son, and they kill his son because the son is like, we're not leaving my dad here. We're not leaving him.
Yeah,
He's
I remember
not
it was a
dead.
revenge thing.
Yeah,
That much I did know about it.
He climbs out of that grave and is like, I'm gonna fucking get you. It's a good movie, dude. It's
That's
a good
crazy.
movie.
Wild West was wild, man.
Yeah, bro.
I just got this app for my four-wheeling called OnX, and it's pretty fucking dope. So I can't wait to get out and start using that. It's got all like, you just type in you want trails and it'll fucking show you the trails that'll get you there. I think it also does like fishing holes and stuff like that. That's a different app. But
Shit, fishing holes, dude. That's just looking up on the Google Maps.
Yeah, but a lot of times, like finding the right stuff, man, a lot of that shit's secret.
It's kind of
People
fun.
don't
Like when
fucking
I
talk
came
about
here,
it.
so when I came here, I pulled up Google Maps and started like looking at fucking
Google has a lot. Yeah.
fishing hole. Yeah, I was like, okay, look, there's a pond. Okay, that pond is by this road, and I like kind of drive around a little bit, and see what kind of access there was, dude. You kind of like run into hobos and shit, like kind of interesting.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, this summer's gonna be a lot of Jeep stuff for sure.
Nice.
Well, and spring, because I think all that stuff's opening up. It usually in the spring is when they start opening up because all the snow melts. But I got to check some of the main trails to see what's going on.
Oh, do I like the stream? Hold on. Ooh, I'm slacking. There we go. Man, I can't tell if my mic is picking up my fan in the background or not.
So that painting, it's got a lot of blue on it. You doing more than the blue?
Nah, man. They just want blues on blues. Blues with other blues and then darker blues, and then there's going to be like logos on top of that.
Oh, I got you. So it's just kind of background for the logos.
Yeah, it's all like
Backdrop.
tonals. Yeah, it's going to be a backdrop, so people will be standing in front of it
For their red carpet event.
I guess. So their interview, I think it's like used for interviews. They interviewed me.
Nice.
So when I delivered the last painting, they're like, "Hey, do you want to do a media day?" And I was like, "All right,
Sure.
And here's my painting.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Well, yeah, I dropped the painting off and then came back a couple hours later and like cause somebody else had like set it up and lit it.
Yeah.
Do you roll it up or how do you move it?
That one I rolled up. The next one, I kind of fold them up. This one will probably be easily folded up.
Yeah, I mean you got
because it's in squares,
Yeah, you got those designation lines you can fold it up.
So is this on like a canvas or what, Matt?
Yeah, it's on a drop cloth.
Oh, drop cloth. Okay, yeah.
Because that's easier. Like I used to get like custom canvases made,
Mm-hmm.
and then just realize that the people didn't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You
because
know,
once they're done with it, they're probably gonna, they may get rid of it or they may do something with it.
I think they go in their corporate office. They have like a
Mm.
lobby, so they get hung up in the corporate office.
Yeah, so I guess, and if they're gonna put logos and stuff, or they want something in the background that's a little bit more subdued,
Yeah, and
which
then
would
the
make sense. So
logos are
they
going to
want
be
to.
like darker blue. So
Mm-hmm.
like this panel that's light, like the logo will be a dark blue. This
Right.
this panel where it's like medium, I'll put a darker or lighter. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like
Mm-hmm.
the logos will be countering, but using the same
Gotcha.
colors. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Almost like a reverse image in a way.
Mm-hmm. Because they're one color logos, so they're not hard to like
Mm-hmm.
adjust and still be able to tell because they're all these like
Except they might do.
softball logos.
Yeah, except they might do it right, unlike DC. Have you seen what they're doing lately with their reverse image of their logo on what
No,
are supposed to be Virgin covers? It's fucking stupid, dude. They're
I
putting a
didn't.
reverse image of their logo on Virgin covers. I'm like, then it's not a Virgin cover if your logo is slapped on it, dummy. That's not how. That's not what Virgin means.
I went to a comic book store a couple of days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I got I talked to the guy, and he was like, "Hey, were you here for Free Comic Book Day?" And I was like, "Nah, I guess I missed it." And he was like, "Here you go, check this out." So he had
Yeah, it
like
was
a
a
couple
couple
of long
Saturdays
boxes.
ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he had a couple of long boxes, and I got to like kind of pick through.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually some decent shit.
There were. I picked up a few. There was a good Transformers one. There was a GI Joe
Dude,
one.
yes, that's exactly. I was like flipping through it. I was like, oh, there was like a vampire one, like a type. I don't know, some kind of blood thing. I was like, oh,
I
that's
may have
kind of
missed that one because when I got there kind of late that day, and they said they had 3 or 4 tables set up, and there were some that they ran completely out of before I got there.
so yeah. So I saw that like Unicron universe where they're like combining GI Joe and Transformers.
Yeah, Energon Universe. That's the one I've
Yeah,
been reading. That new Transformers series, fucking good, dude.
dude, I was like, this is some shit from our like childhood. You know what I
Void.
mean? I'm like,
There's
yes.
Void Rivals, and Void Rivals issue #1 was the first introduction of Jetfire, and that kicked off the shared universe. I have a big old poster actually here in my room, in my
Jetfire
office, of
is
Jetfire.
the Robotech plane, right? It's the
Well, he
Valkyrie
kind of reminds
that
you
they
of
swipe.
Robotech if you were into Macross at all. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me
And
see.
I'm not knocking it, but like as a kid, I still have them in my office. I have my Jetfire,
Mm-hmm.
but like my Jetfire, because he's all like yellow and shit
Mm-hmm.
and brittle. But I mean, he's basically fucking a Valkyrie.
Yeah,
They just like
I had a
slapped a sticker.
G1 Jetfire in my old room, and my parents moved, and my dad saved encyclopedias that were like 30 plus years out of print, but got rid of my Jetfire. I was not happy.
Yeah, because
I was like,
I
what?
was at
I was like, what the
a
fuck? Why would you save these encyclopedias?
GI Joe Transformer toy convention a couple of years ago, and they had Jetfires there for sale, and they were
Mm-hmm. Couple
like
hundred
six,
bucks.
700. You do they're like $600-700 in package.
Well, I
I
was
was
gonna
like,
say, yeah, if
fuck.
they were like mint in the box, then yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean the boxes were like clearly like fucked up
Have you
kind of,
seen
but
the
you know what I'm
new?
saying? It was like I was like shit, but so I grabbed that. What'd you call it? The Energon,
Energon Universe? Yeah,
dude, loved it. So I picked that up. I picked up the other shit, and then I went and picked up the Transformers comic.
yeah. Transformers comic is freaking good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
dude, I picked that like
I
volume
hopped on. They had
one.
that kick. They had that Kickstarter here too that closed last week. Yeah, I got in on that because it was the
I'm
full
down with it. I
U.S.
like the way he's drawn the robots, dude. I think
Yeah,
they
because
they
it's
look
very nostalgic,
really animated
very
and
G1.
sketchy. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's really good. There's some sick covers out there. I have some of them posted up on X. There's a really good. God, why can I not think of his name right now? There's a really good Jetfire ones. There's one. Why am I blanking on the name of the character? It's not Ultra Magnus. There is a good Ultra Magnus too, though. Why can I not think of the name of that character? That's gonna drive me crazy. I can picture it in my mind too, but I can't think of the character's name right offhand. Let's see here. I don't know why it's escaped me.
Garfield's is saying Galvatron? Question mark.
No, it's G1. It's pre the 1980 movie. He would be a
It's just like, fuck yeah. It's like, hey, go take my toy box from 1987 and just dump it on the floor, and that's your universe. You know what I mean? It's like, holy shit, we've got Mask, we've got
I think I remember the character's name.
I had a toy, and it was like Lords of something, Star Lords, where it was like characters were one way, but then the guy would be like also the other way.
Omega Supreme. They had a good Omega Supreme cover, a badass Omega Supreme cover. There's a really good Shockwave cover too that they did for Void Rivals. That was a variant cover. Let me see if I have. I know I have that Jetfire poster. Let me see. I think I know where it's at.
Jetfire.
Oh yeah. Yeah, check this bad boy out.
Void Rivals.
I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, Michael was saying in the chat. He says, "I got my 4-wheel drive Tech Mule vehicle coming Saturday."
I need to get this framed.
Nice.
Get outside,
living that good life.
Drive that bad boy.
Yeah, I don't have wireless headphones. That's a promotional poster that they did for the release of the Void Rivals and the Energon universe. And I only got it because I asked at my LCS. I said, hey, y'all had this poster or whatever. And they go, oh, yeah, you know what? I think we have one more on the shelf. Do you want it? And I said, well, really? How much? They're like, no, we'll just give it to you. We just throw them away. I was like, oh, fuck.
I'm going to have to upgrade my fucking Disney Plus, dude. I can't handle the fucking commercials, dude.
I got this.
I think
this is unrelated. I got this from Kevin Sharp.
Prime and Disney Plus.
Trying to get the glare off of that.
I don't know, man. I haven't resubbed for Disney Plus.
I'm getting a lot of reflection off the screen. Maybe if I get a little closer. Oops. Nope. That might make it a little.
Oh, weird. That's pretty dope, though.
Yeah. You saying you were gonna have to upgrade what?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to upgrade back up because watching Andor with commercials was bullshit, and I'm what the fuck? Because
Disney Plus, yeah.
It's like I'm paying for a subscription. You know what I mean? It's like I'm already paying for this, and now I've got commercials. It's like, am I not paying for Amazon Prime already? Like, if I'm paying for Prime,
well, Prime,
how have I been reshackled? You know, everybody's like, oh, you're cutting the cord to cable. Like, yeah, fuck cable. I'm being reshackled to more bullshit.
Yeah.
With Amazon Prime, I had to kick in an extra $3 a month to get no commercials.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. It's just
it's worth $3, and I don't like that shit. I hate commercials.
Not good, and it's like they're showing weird ass commercials for shit that's not relevant. I'm watching Andor There'll be
It's
like this
emotional.
crazy moment in Andor, and all of a sudden it'll stop and talk about like, do you have fucking psoriasis? And you're just like, what? And it shows some black guy being concerned on his trip with his white friends because they might see his fucking
Yeah.
skin rash. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, why am I watching this?
Why is this important?
I don't
Yeah.
have
I've seen
Disney
Chuck
Plus.
E. Cheese, like you sons of bitches. Like we're watching a regular like show, and suddenly it'll be like, "Hey, take your kids to Chuck E. Cheese," and so instantly my kids are like, "What the fuck is that place? What is Chuck E. Cheese? Can you take us?" And it's like,
You never brought your kids to Chuck E. Cheese?
I have now. I have now. I mean, I went to Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid, and
You
then
should
now I've experienced modern day Chuck E. Cheese 2025, and it's a fucking nightmare.
go bring him to Dave and Buster's so you can get your drink on while they're playing.
I think we might have like one Chuck E. Cheese left in my area.
The robots are gone, dude. I go in there and there's no robots. Like when I was a kid, it was like, Five Nights at Freddy. There was like fucking straight up like giant robots everywhere and
Yeah,
shit.
the animatronic. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually met Nolan Bushnell a few years ago.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he was at Rackspace. They were doing a conference, and they were talking about kind of the advancements in computer technology and whatnot. And they did one specifically, and they had a lot of old school Atari setups there, and they were playing the games and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Bushnell, man, he kicked that shit off for everybody, didn't he?
Yeah, I had a 2600 for a long time.
We had a Commodore for a little while, Commodore 64. That was
Mhm.
kind of
I knew
interesting.
people
I
that had
remember
them. I
that.
never had one.
That's the youngest I can recall.
I think my camera's crooked. Or I'm crooked.
That's not too bad.
This is all the stuff that I picked up this week.
No, I think a brown CBR, it's like
This one's cool.
a month.
This kind of reminds me of this. This is like very kind of like Nosferatu.
You see the new Nosferatu movie?
I don't want to interrupt Matt. I know he's painting, so he can go back and look at this later.
Nosferatu's on Prime now.
I did see it. I went in the
On
theater and
actual
saw it with my
Prime
wife.
Prime?
We went to
Yeah, Amazon. Yeah.
we went to what you call it, Alamo Draft House.
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really really interesting, and at first I was like, what the fuck is going on with this movie? But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It has like a what's the director? Paul Anderson, the guy who did like World Tannenbaums.
Oh, I don't know. I can't think of.
Wes Anderson movie. He did like World Tannenbaums and Hotel Budapest and Rushmore, and he does like some really he's like gotten into like some really odd cinematography where it like looks like staged, like it's getting less and less realistic and more like surreal. And that's what Nosferatu felt like. It didn't like it was a lot of like front shots followed by like a comp, like a profile shot, then another shot, and then, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't like a lot of like camera movement per se.
Yeah, and I thought Lily Rose Depp. I thought she stole the show.
Yeah. That was interesting. Her whole.
I didn't even know that his daughter was acting. I mean, because I don't keep up with celebrities, so.
I was a fan of Kevin Smith, and I know he like used her in a movie. She was like a clerk. She was like a clerk in one of the movies.
Oh,
that
was
he
she?
did.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think she's been in like one other thing where I was like, just
I know
watching
she's
her.
been in
I
stuff. I looked it
wouldn't
up
connect
later.
Yeah, I like
I
watching it. I
forget what
wasn't like,
movie it
oh, that's
was though. I
Death's
don't remember
daughter.
the title of it.
That guy's gonna do a werewolf movie next.
Yeah, he is. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to come out. I mean, I suspect if it's even remotely close to Nosferatu, it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, because he's like, I think the shit that he was posting as a tease was like German wood carvings of like giant
Oh shit,
werewolves. You know what I'm
that's
saying? Like
wild.
this is where I'm going with it. So it could be
Okay,
like,
I'll have to check that out because I haven't seen it. Like I said, I really don't. A lot of stuff I don't even really track. I heard about it, and if it's somebody doesn't post it, it may not come across my timeline.
yeah, I keep track of shit like that. Like I love like, movie rumors, like what movies
Mm-hmm.
are gonna come out and shit.
Well, I like that one that they did a few years back. It was Anthony Hopkins and Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, I like that one too.
I
I
thought that
thought
one was
that
pretty.
was
I thought it was pretty good.
yeah. I don't think we needed Anthony Hopkins though to be a werewolf, but
No, I mean
I
it
thought that was a
added to
little
it, but
what,
you could have
but
done without it. Sure. I mean, it wasn't absolutely necessary.
yeah.
Matt,
I
what plan
mean,
do you have on your Disney Plus? Do you have the Max and Hulu or ESPN and what do you have? What do you have?
I think it's I think I have the Hulu because I watched Shogun.
I'm just like if you get the Max, like it's an extra $13 to get no commercials.
Did you ever watch the original one with Richard Chamberlain?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just passed away. Like a couple months ago?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Rest
he
in peace,
was in
guy.
his 90s though.
I thought he died a long time ago from AIDS.
No, no,
Okay,
just recently.
that's good. That's good. 90.
I thought this one was cool. Have all the Sharkticons on there.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Have you seen the fans' toys Transformers they've been doing?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, dude, they're
The
doing them all.
what toys?
They're even doing they're even doing the combiners. So they're doing a Devastator one right now, and they're doing all the separate robots. They're 1/6 scale. So that Devastator is going to be freaking huge.
Oh, combiner. Oh, that's
They're
cool.
doing all. They're doing all of them. It's called Fans Toys.
That's cool as shit. I
Yeah, I
won't
want to
get it,
pick
but
up at
that's
least
dope.
the Devastator. I haven't read it yet, but I've been picking these up too. This Batman Dark Patterns. The
Who
covers are
does the artwork?
badass.
Who's doing the artwork for it?
I think they're all different people. The cover is Hayden Sherman. I don't know who that is on this one. Let's see. Does it tell me who the artist is on here? Oh, maybe the same guy. Maybe Sherman. Hayden Sherman.
Sherman Williams.
Oh no, I have the other covers over here somewhere. Or they might be put up. And I thought this Bill Sienkiewicz cover was cool for Absolute Batman.
I have not read any of the Absolute Batman.
It looks like
Pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm a few issues behind.
It looks like it's a watercolor painting.
I think it is. Yeah, I need to get another short box. I'm starting to have to stack books up on my desk again. I'm so behind on fucking reading. It's not even funny.
I started dipping back into my long boxes, dude. Like instead of going to the comic book store, I was just like, just randomly pulling out shit out of a long box. Let me read this.
Well, Chuck, if you're a Batman fan, you got to watch Lego Batman. It's the best Batman movie out there.
Stop. Stop blasphemy.
It is, man. It's got every villain in it, dude.
The best Batman movie, the perfect Batman movie, hasn't been made yet.
Well, I mean, the
Here's
perfect is the Lego
reprint of one of the original Hush covers in foil. I've been picking these up. These are pretty rad.
Perfect Batman movie has not been made yet.
I'm saying it's the best that's out right now. It's the best there is. Sorry.
And then here's a good one: a Soundwave and Astro Train.
I don't know, man. The best Batman would be.
I like a lot of these battle damage covers that they're doing too. That's Optimus, obviously. Oh no, I think that's supposed to be Optimus.
You know, the guy that plays Reacher right now says that he'll play Batman for free.
Oh yeah, that guy's kind of a loony.
He's kind of what?
Kind of a loony.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Been saying some wild stuff lately.
He's got Trump derangement.
I think he's got a little touch of TDS.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hey, Patrick, what do you think about genocide? What's your thoughts on genocide?
Genocide? I'm not for genocide.
I don't know any rational person that is.
You're
really?
asking the tough question.
Is that the answer?
I'm pretty anti-genocide.
Somebody asked me that recently, and I was just like, it depends on the species, I guess. There's what the fuck?
Oh, I know. I heard that. You didn't quite handle that question very well.
Oh, would you say that I didn't handle it well? Is that your professional opinion?
There are exceptions. It's like, wow.
There are exceptions. Like people who don't look like me, people who don't fucking agree with me.
Well, I mean, you steered it towards the PDFs, which, congratulations on that.
Yeah, well, I called out subhumans, and they were like, whoa, what? Could you extrapolate on that? Which I guess isn't technically genocide. You know what I mean? I mean, that's more of just like, hey, that's just punishment of people who have given up their spot in the human race.
Well, I don't know. Like you were saying something like
traffickers.
Like they started steering it towards castration. I'm like, well, if they're a PDF, it doesn't matter whether or not they got junk. They could still fuck with kids.
That's what I was saying, dude. I was like, why bother? Why, like, we're gonna castrate him and then hold on to him? Like, how much does that castration surgery cost? A couple $100 to the state, right? How much is a bullet?
I mean, back in the old West, they just would hang motherfuckers. Like, boom, done.
That's what I'm saying. Just old
free.
West that shit, Just be like, yo, are you fucking people's kids in the village?
I mean, and I think
they were killing people for stealing other people's horses, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you steal my horse. That's a legitimate
wrestling
reason to fucking hang you. Like,
dude, I highly recommend everybody watch Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, that was a good one, dude. Because they have to kill one of their friends for it, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
And the dude ended up being the one kid's dad. Remember that?
yeah, the dude was like crazy. He was like going after. He called them sod busters. He's going after farmers because he just don't like them. Just because he was sick in the head. Yeah, they hung the shit out of that bastard. Then he burned him. He'd like hang him and burn him. It's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
No time to rehabilitate, man. Fucking string the bitch up. Fuck him.
It's a crazy.
Eternity's a long time, man. This life is just a smidgen. Ain't got time for that shit. But yeah, like
What's it? The things we do, the wrongs we do echo while the good deeds we do are interned with our bones. Something.
that sounds like some shit from Gladiator. I don't know.
It's from fucking Julius Caesar, Shakespeare.
I don't know, man.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Yeah, I hadn't read that in a while. I'll be honest. Ugh.
Cassius
I haven't been
says that he was
brushing up on my
ambitious,
Shakespeare,
and that is
bro.
a grievous something about. But he was honorable men. Look at Caesar. Look what he did. But the people talking shit, they're honorable men, right? It's a good lesson in like rhetoric and like changing somebody's like point of view or whatever, changing somebody's attitude about something.
There's a bunch of Lonesome Dove miniseries, but I would highly recommend watch the first one. That Diane Lane. It had what's his name? God,
Yeah,
who
the
played
Diane Lane
Gus?
part was so weird, dude. It was like everybody was like having sex with her. Like
Yeah, she's
all of
like
them
the
were.
only chick in town, dude.
Yeah, and she was a prostitute. So like everybody was like, "Hey, we're going on a."
But she would like turn motherfuckers down. Like she's like, I don't care. I do this for money, but you ain't getting none.
Yeah.
I think that one character, Lippy, she's like, she won't have sex with Lippy for any price. But yeah, that's a great. I love watching that miniseries.
Yeah, who's the main guy? It's got Tommy Lee Jones
Yeah, I can't remember, but Robert
and
Duvall, he plays
Robert
the Gus.
Duvall.
It also had I can't. What's the name of that chick?
Dude, the scene I remember the scene where like they think they got him pinned behind the rock
Oh,
and the
behind the
guy
horse. Yeah, to kill his
behind the
horse because they were.
yeah and the guy like, hey, he can't reach us, and he starts dancing and shit, and like Robert Duvall like just fixes the sights on his gun and
He
just fucking
dials it
shoots the
in.
guy in the gut. It's like, fuck you, bitch. Here's a gut shot. Just, like, oh,
Yeah, that
you
dude
just
had.
got me.
After that, that dude had a rough day because like he's like crying back at the camp, and they got tired of hearing him bitch, and they fucking scalped him.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like blame it on the Indians, right? Like, oh, the Indians. Look, you got scalped.
No, they were Indians. They were Indians. It was a group of Indians, and that and a couple of white guys were hanging with them.
Mm.
But one of the dudes with the long rifle who got shot because he was mocking
Yeah,
Gus.
he
He got plugged in the gut, and then they stomped on his gut because he was saying like don't hurt her, or talking about Diane Lane, like don't hurt her. They're like, shut the fuck up, man. They stomped on his gut and fucking scalped him. It's like, wow, man, these are some good friends. Yeah, Unforgiven's a good one too.
Oh yeah, I really like that one.
But
You
yeah,
see
most stuff
American
is
Primeval? Did you see
like
that one?
I haven't seen it. I've heard about it though. Heard's pretty
It's crazy.
wild.
Dude, the
Those
main bad guy of the show
wacky
is
Mormons.
Mormons.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the Mormons are fucking just straight up evil in this show, dude.
Mm-hmm.
shocker.
But
Mormons have done some horrible shit, man.
yeah, yeah, they were, they like claimed that territory, and then anybody who walked through that territory, they're like, you got to pay a price, and people were like, nah, I ain't paying a price, man. Get the fuck out of here, Mormon. And the Mormon was like, okay, and then they would show back up like just like Indians. And just like killing people. So like these people are sitting there like, yeah, fuck those Mormons, and then later on the day the guy's just kind of sitting there talking, by the campfire, and then all of a sudden gets like shot by a fucking arrow and shit. Like they just like so it's really wild. So like anybody in that show could die at any moment. And that's what it feels
Makes
like. It
you not
feels like
want to go to
the
Utah.
Wild West, like anybody could die at any moment.
Makes you not want to go to Utah, huh?
If I went to Utah, dude, I'd want to be strapped the fuck up, bro. Like
I mean, there's
six
no other
gun,
way.
you know what I mean? Like a 911 on my hip, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely fucking wouldn't want to go out there with just a Bible and a prayer.
Yeah, that's supposed to be about that. That series is based off that Mountain Meadows massacre.
Well, I mean, Utah's named after the Ute Indian tribe, so that's where they got
In
their
this
name.
show, it shows like the Mormons paying the local Indians to like help them do shit. I think it's like Brigham Young is like the guy. Like John Smith is now gone. The guy who's like running everything is Brigham Young.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wild show, dude. Everybody looks dirty as shit.
Last year I went to Arches National Park. Moab is cool as shit, man. If you ever get to Utah, go out there.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen a lot of pictures of it. It looks cool.
Well, that's if you ever saw Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the beginning with River Phoenix and on all the rock formations. That's in Arches National Park. That's all in Utah. Well, of course, they said it was. They said that it was in Utah. Like, I think later on during exposition.
Mm-hmm.
Junior in Latin, Junior.
Oh, that was one of the best Indiana Jones movies, in my opinion.
The
Good.
final Indiana Jones movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's good.
The one where he time travels?
He's saying that's the final one. That's the real final one.
Oh.
All this recent shit is fucking.
Well, I saw the one with Shia LaBeouf.
That's the one. That's the one we're not going to talk about.
And I haven't even seen.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Holy shit!
Yep, that
Skull.
does not exist. That's a figment of
That was
everyone's
a
imagination.
fucking fever dream.
Is that what you watch on Disney Plus all the time, Matt?
What?
Don't they?
No, I'll tell you what I watch. I watch
Jones
Bluey.
movies?
I watch the shit out of some Bluey on Disney Plus.
Yep,
Bluey.
That's a great show.
People are like, I'm boycotting Disney. I'm just like, I'm fucking paying for my Disney, so I got that Bluey.
Dude, if they don't have an unedited Song of the South on Disney Plus, I'm not subscribing, man. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I loved that movie as a kid.
Briar Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Tar Baby. Come on, man. Shit's awesome.
Brother Rabbit. What's up, Brother
Uncle
Rabbit?
Remus.
Yeah, they kind of put that away. There's like a whole like thing about Briar Rabbit, Brother Rabbit. The whole.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they need to cover it up. It's like so they cover
No,
that
what
up,
it is,
but then they'll make the Little Mermaid black, but then they'll cover up tar babies and fucking Briar Rabbit.
I'll tell you what all that stuff is. Okay.
Because Briar Rabbit is like some old like trickster shit, right? It's like old like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's trying to stay out of the cook pot. I'll tell you what it is, man. Walt's kids and grandkids could not fucking stand him. And so they're trying to stomp on anything that's Walt's legacy. They want to fucking tarnish it as much as they can. But they
Which
still
they
like
wouldn't
the
even
money.
be at the position in life they are now if it wasn't for him, which is the
Yeah,
irony.
but they got bad. They got bad fees. I don't know. They didn't get enough attention or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah,
They got problems with Walt.
bunch of
They're
pussies.
trying to just. They're trying to just
Then
stomp on
fuck, you know what?
place.
Then don't take the checks. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Get
No, they
married,
want
fucking
checks.
name.
They want
Yeah,
the
exactly.
checks, but they want to
Exactly,
sit on
which
his
is what tells
legacy.
you they're full of shit. They want the money, but they don't want the. If they're so dead against it, then they wouldn't take that blood money because that's what it is.
Plus, it's up
If
at
they're
a
going to
certain
take that
point. It's
tack.
like, who the fuck are you? You're like
Don't you know
his
those people are
grandchildren. Like,
always
does he even
constantly?
remember who the fuck you were? Like, it's be like, hey, you can only have say in it if he fucking remembers you. You know what I mean? To be like Stan Lee's grandchildren, like trying to say shit. You know, it's like, get the fuck out of here. You know, Walt Disney's grandchildren have something to say. Who gives a fuck?
But
Are they
that's
animating anything? Are they writing anything? Have they
Are
like?
they
Are they
are
part
they
of
creating
Pixar at
anything or
all? Like,
responsible for anything being created? No, then shut the fuck up.
yeah.
that's what's going on. I'm just letting you know. I'm not for it.
Oh no. I appreciate it. It allows me to fucking spurg out and rage a little bit for a second. So I need some shit to get mad about.
I guarantee you, Walt had a bunch of plans that when he passed, like everybody ignored. Like he probably mapped out like probably 50, 100 years into the future about how where he wanted to see the company's direction go, and they probably ignored all that shit.
You know, there was gonna be in Williamsburg, Virginia. They were gonna build something
Hmm.
like in the 80s and 90s. There was like talk about them building like an American heritage thing in Williamsburg because you have like Williamsburg, colonial Williamsburg. You have Jamestown right there. You have like all this like early American stuff in that area, and so but then I don't know. I don't know what happened to it.
Well, initially they wanted Walt Disney World to be in like north of New Orleans on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain. But when they started dealing with all the corrupt politicians in Louisiana, that's when he decided to move it to Orlando.
Yeah, and he was buying property under like pseudonyms and shit.
Yeah, but he
Like they did because
he
they
started
didn't want
dealing with the
anybody to know that it was Walt Disney buying property because there was like they already knew that he was
yeah,
like going
because
to
it
be
would just
building
jack the
something.
price up of
Yeah,
the land.
exactly. So he was like quietly buying all this different property under different companies, and then finally was like,
Well, he
yeah,
got a
because
big old
as soon
chunk.
as you're like, oh, what Walt Disney's going to need some land? Yeah, I sold him this swamp for $1 million.
But I mean, he could have done the same shit and imagine how cool it would have been to have all that like north of New Orleans.
Nah, that would have sucked, dude. New Orleans is just a fucking dirty, grimy shithole.
It would have changed everything down there.
Would have like Bourbon Street wouldn't have changed, would it? Really?
No, but like,
Lafitte's Tavern, you know what I mean? Like that shit would.
oh, that's always been a shithole. I don't know. There's
Yeah,
so many
Garfield, there's no
shithole bars in New
practical way for
Orleans,
them to
dude.
relocate.
There's so many shithole bars in New Orleans. It's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
But that money would have been, I mean, it would have totally changed the economy down there. I mean, it would have completely changed everything. And I think it would have been far enough removed from New Orleans where New Orleans is going to be New Orleans no matter what. It's just a shithole.
Yes,
It's just real corrupt down there. So,
yeah,
good
dude.
for
The Dixie
indie
Mafia,
movements.
right?
Of course, man. That's like one of the oldest cities in the United States. Fucking Louisiana Purchase is 1/3 of the United States anyway.
They love some Jackson down there for sure. When me and my wife went to New Orleans and like we did the food and stuff, like we stayed downtown in the French Quarter.
What hotel did you stay at?
It's like right on the water.
Uh,
I forgot the name.
it's
I
a
could
river.
find out, but it was
You
like
probably
when
stayed
I
at the Hilton.
It
Riverside?
was when we looked down, we saw the street, and there was like a little bit of like a circle or a triangle, like traffic thing going around. Then you look this way,
Yeah, that's
and
the
you
hill.
saw all of downtown, but it was like really small. The rooms were kind of small.
That's Hilton
Building was old as
Riverside.
shit.
They have like a lobster joint on the first floor.
Yeah.
I know where you
So
stay.
yeah, we had fun, dude. But we were doing like all like the adult shit. You know what I mean? We were like not like adult like porn shit, but we were like, oh, let's do a fucking the ghost tour, or let's go to the museums and like read every plaque. You know what I mean? Like we were just like
Well, yeah, there's the
absorbing.
old mint you can go see. You could go see the Cabildo. You could go,
Hmm.
you do like like do one of those stupid horse tours, which I hate those fucking mules, man. But anyway,
Yeah, no, we didn't do the
the
horse
ghost
tour. We just did
tours.
like each night we did a ghost tour.
Yeah.
A different ghost tour.
And Lafitte's blacksmith shop, like that's supposedly haunted. That's what.
Yeah, yeah, that's what like the part of the both tours.
Mm-hmm.
One of the stops is that Lafitte's, so that we could all like get a drink. So like you see some houses that are haunted, supposedly. Then you stop at Lafitte's, you grab a drink, and then you keep walking to like the other like
Well, they have like a haunted
haunted.
plantation that I think you can actually stay overnight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've had some coworkers that did it, and it was freaky. They said,
Hey, would it be bullshit to like rig a fucking place?
I mean, that's Disney World does that. The haunted mansion.
Yeah, I know, but like really have you know,
Wouldn't be
do some
surprised
hanky
if it
panky.
happens.
Like a B and B, but like you're like, okay, put a little
Well,
magnet
like
in
I
the
said,
back of the
man, this
wall
is
so
like
that
an
we could
old
like
plantation.
make the houses, make the
I
pictures
mean,
move and shit.
I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, like this is a plantation that they stayed at, that like a hotel. So they had so many rooms in this place. They kind of treated it like a hotel. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I try to stay away from all that crazy shit. There's a lot of
It's
weirdos
all
down there,
evil.
man. New
Yeah, we
Orleans is
went to
like
the voodoo.
seafood,
We went to
man.
the voodoo museum
Yeah, I've
and
seen
checked that
it.
out. Went into the voodoo store. I was like, "Yo, you got any of the dark shit?" And she was like, "No."
So where's your voodoo doll of youth? And just kidding.
I was gonna use the Cyberfrog toy, but it broke, so I don't
Yeah,
have it.
right on. Um,
No replacements,
New
bitch.
Orleans is like seafood,
I
man.
ordered it, and I'm waiting with the fucking Rainbow the Brute.
New Orleans is like seafood. It's only good for 3 days. Then get the fuck
Yeah,
out.
we left actually. We were like, we were gonna stay like 5 nights, and we ended up
And you
staying
cut it
three
short.
nights because we were just like, we were like,
We
because
had
we just
enough.
like parked our car and we'd eaten everywhere that we were gonna eat. Like every meal was like out. We had drinks
Mm-hmm.
multiple times a day. Like we enjoyed New Orleans, but at a certain point, it was like, yeah, I want to go home. And we just told the people at the front desk that we were like, hey, there's a medical emergency. We're gonna be leaving early. Is that okay? And they're like, is everything all right? We're like, yeah, yeah. It's
It's not
actually
you.
one of
It's
our
me.
dogs. Yeah, yeah. We were like, it's one of our dogs. We don't know what's going on, so we just need to, because we didn't have kids yet. So we're like, it's one of our dogs. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. I was like, okay, cool. But either way, I was ready to bounce. I was like, ah, fuck. All right,
Was
I'm willing to
Harris
like.
was Harris Casino there when you were there?
Is that on the steamboat?
No, it's the only casino in
Oh
town.
no, I don't recall that. I don't
So that
know.
was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't recall a Harris being there. Like I had been to New Orleans one time before, and they let us like walk through the graveyards. And then when I went back
Oh, that's
there,
cool.
they didn't allow anybody. Like the graveyards were blocked.
Yeah,
Like
they
you had to
shut
have
them
a
down
tour.
because I think somebody like filmed something in there and they got real pissy about it. So that's why they got a security guard on the downtown. Now you could go to Lafayette Cemetery #1, which is right by Commander's Palace.
Hmm.
You can go do a tour of that. but they lock it up at night.
Yeah, like we were able to like walk through there during the day the first time I went. Like we were just kind of like we're touching anything, we're damaging anything. We're just kind of like walking around in there. It's just a weird
Well,
thing to be like, yeah, let's go to the cemetery and walk around. It's fucking macabre.
yeah, there's a couple of cemeteries, but that's in the Garden District. But downtown, yeah, they have the St. Louis Cemetery is one you're talking about, I think. But yeah, like New Orleans gets old pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brown CBR have not played that game. I haven't played much of anything lately, to be honest. Looks cool though.
What game is he talking about?
Doom Dark Ages.
Garfield says, "Don't worry, guys. EVS recently said Rainbow the Brute was about halfway done. Rainbow in 2030 confirmed."
Yeah,
After 5 years? So
I was
5
just about
years
to
you have
comment on
half a
that.
book? 5 years you have half
Yeah.
a book. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a book that he was like, yeah, I'll get this done real quick, guys.
Because it's way easier to draw than Cyberpunk,
Well,
guys.
and that's the point. Like the last time I was on with you, man, that's the point I was trying to make. Like the art style for the comic book is a fast art style. So it makes no sense for them to be doing these one-off books at 5-year, 10-year intervals. Like, what the hell? Like, this is shit they're supposed to be able to crank out quick.
Especially if you're a 20-year pro of the industry,
Yeah.
a 40-page book shouldn't take you 5 years.
No.
20 plus year pro slacker, apparently.
He could hire people and get it done quicker.
Yep.
Than he could on his own, but even on his own, 5 years is unacceptable, right?
Well, by the time you get the book, you don't even give a shit anymore. You're no longer invested in the story at all. I couldn't even tell you anything about Cyberfrog anymore, and it's barely memorable.
Stupid projects. Please, everybody, save your money. Go do something else with it. Go buy some Fortnite skins or just do something else with it.
There's comic books that already exist that you can go buy.
Yeah,
there's other campaigns.
You can buy comic books. You can buy comic books on eBay. Like
John Longbox has a campaign. The guy's already put out one book. He's looking to put out another book. I mean, there's people who are like generating comic books, and they're good. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah, I've been buying a lot of indie stuff.
But you can go on eBay now, like if you have anything you're interested in, man, you go buy it, and it doesn't even have to be a comic book, Go spend your money on something else is my advice.
I'm trying to sell comic books, dude. Don't.
Oh wait, yeah.
Go buy other stuff until
buy
Rock and Roll Ninja comes out, and then once Rock and Roll Ninja 2 comes out, fucking.
But buy Matt's stuff, of course.
Buy my shit. Buy my shit.
Hail Georgina.
Send me super chats and buy my shit.
What's up, Miss Georgina?
Georgina Floyd. Need for the Floyd.
And back Risey's book, Dingo Man, while you're at it.
Mighty Healthy
Fuck
says
Risey.
George R. Martin gets
come
pages done faster.
Come on, what? That dude's such a fucking little bitch, dude. Fuck Risey. Goofy little fucker. I heard his bitching. You just triggered me. I heard that guy bitching. I heard the guy who was like, Meppa, he wishes I was dead. Meppa, he wishes I was dead. It's like
he just asked when he was gonna die.
Right, and that's after he yelled and screamed at me for like a fucking hour, dude. Like we were in the Discord for like an hour, and he was just screaming about me and screaming about how he was gonna come and fuck my wife and shit. Right, so like he's just screaming all this stuff, and so I'm just like, dude, aren't you gonna die soon? Like, didn't you say you were gonna die? And it's like, I'm the bad guy for saying that. He's first off, he's a fucking asshole for the shit he was saying. Second off, he's an asshole for lying about dying. He was the one who was like, "Yo, I got 6 months to live," and he was like legitimately telling people that in the Discord.
Yeah,
dude, he had
fuck him for lying about it. You know what I mean? It's like there's no shame on me.
Shit and blood. He probably did think he was gonna die.
Yeah, there's
think he
something
went
all
to the
right.
doctor,
Garfield's
man.
Bizarre
And they were
Adventure.
giving him a
There's
bad
something.
diagnosis. So
It's a rising
Shit.
Liam,
I'm
two
sorry. I'm
peas in a
sorry. Like
pod.
after an hour of talking shit to me, I asked you when you're gonna die. You know, sorry.
well, we could just
I'll be
change the
nicer next
subject. We
time.
don't gotta
Fuck.
fucking talk about it.
Say what?
You could just change the subject. We don't gotta talk about it.
Okay. Just saying. Fuck Rising.
I'm sure he says
I would
similar shit.
buy
So
some dude. I am jamming on the new Fortnite.
is there a Darth? Are they going to release a Darth Vader skin or what? What's the story with
I
this?
thought they already
I
had
think
one.
yeah, they've had one already.
I know they've had one, but you can't buy shit that's from the past.
Nope.
Oh yeah, if you didn't get it at the time, I think you're kind of SOL.
SOL.
That's why some of these accounts are sold for like a lot of money because they'll have like, hey, in this account, I'll sell it for 10 grand. I have all these different skins from season 1, season 2. Have you seen that?
No, I was just I don't even play Fortnite. I just watch other people play it.
Yes, Shifter. I have no idea who you're referring to, but Matt is not painting postcards. Indeed.
Postcards.
I don't know. Shifter was saying, said, well, a Matt stream. At least he isn't painting postcards like that other little fella.
Who's painting Is Liam painting postcards right now?
I
Is
have
that
no
his
idea. I
like,
don't watch him.
I'm gonna get you? I'm like, yo, I do. Hey, hold on, mama. My mama's here. Hold on one second, guys. Hey, mama. I'm broadcasting right now. I'm streaming to 91 people right now. I'm just kidding. To 19.
We'll go with 91.
Yeah, you just ruined the
Talk amongst
live.
yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves while I get my mama situated.
Yeah, he's trying to.
420. What does 420 mean to you? Is it a
Matt's trying to
marijuana
spring a
reference
trap on us.
or is it Adolf Hitler's birthday? Go.
420. I don't smoke, so I know a lot of people do. It's fine. I don't have a problem with people that smoke. It's their prerogative. I'm
Oh,
a
the
very
World War II guy.
libertarian about those types of things. So, but not my jam.
I knew he painted or was a failed painter. I didn't know it was postcards. If that's the case.
I think he tried to get into art school and was denied. And that kind
Well,
of
yeah, he was a failed artist. I mean, why couldn't he just like cut off his ear and send it to his girlfriend or whatever, like every other normal, well-adjusted artist? You know?
He could have done a lot of things different, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, fake weed ruined real weed for me. Isn't that what that Kratom shit is? I don't profess to be an expert. I never dealt with any fake drugs.
I don't know. They got dispensaries all over the place around here, so pretty sure it's real stuff.
Well, they don't have any here where I live.
Well, that's not my fault.
Oh, I'm not complaining. It don't matter to me. Give a shit. I mean, if I really wanted it, it's not like you can't get it. You can.
You could probably grow it if you really wanted it.
Well, I'm sure you could.
Although I hear it stinks really bad if you grow it.
Couldn't tell you.
I said I hear. I don't know in fact. I've heard that.
Yeah, no, I can't. What I'm saying is I cannot verify. Have no personal frame of reference. Oh, you're in EVS's state? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a reason to move right there. There's other states where it's legal.
Mighty Healthy says the entire plant stinks.
I don't know how it's working with the federal because I think it's illegal federally. I don't know how it all works.
That's my understanding. It's still not legally or federally legal.
But it sounds like a states' rights thing to me.
You'll have to forgive my ignorance, Mighty Healthy, but I wouldn't know since I'm not from there and I don't personally know anybody from there. But is upstate New Jersey kind of like upstate New York, where it's a lot nicer and less urban? I have no idea.
I've driven on the Jersey Turnpike once. That's all I know about New Jersey.
I've never been that far north on the eastern seaboard.
I've been to Connecticut.
I've been
to Boston. I've been to New
South
York.
Carolina. As far
Been
about
to
far north as I've been on
Virginia.
the eastern seaboard, if I'm not
Been
mistaken.
to Washington, D.C. But that's about it. And Florida. I generally don't like going east of the Mississippi River.
Sopranos, I'm vaguely aware of. I know it exists. I've seen bit pieces of it, but I had never watched the series.
We just got another little rainstorm came through, so
Looks kind of overcast here today from the looks of it, but it did that yesterday, and the wind picked up, and then it didn't rain. Not where I live, anyways. Maybe it rained in the city. I don't know. They were predicting rain, and then it didn't do anything. Oh yeah, see, it's windy outside. They're saying rain Thursday, but I won't be surprised if we get it sooner.
pulling up my precipitation map, and they're showing no precipitation here. That's how terrible the weather reports are here.
What's up, Sir Ruby-san?
It's like showing no precipitation, but it's raining. My weather reports suck.
Once I gotta tell people I want to know the weather, I just look out the window.
You'd be doing better than most of the weather people.
Well, the thing is, too, where I live, though, I mean, you don't like the weather, give it a minute, it'll change. Because we have 4 different... Oh, there he is.
What's going on?
What's happening?
Do I still have a channel? You guys didn't pull out anything, did you? No? We're good? We're good? Okay.
Yeah, we have 4 different... I'm trying to think of the word. We have 4 different types of area here, like different climate here in Texas because it's so big. Because we've got desert, we've got woodlands and whatnot.
Oh, you're in the Houston area?
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. You couldn't pay me to live in Houston or anywhere near it.
I've lived
Fuck
in
no.
Houston. Yeah.
No,
I'll
thank you.
take Houston over
Well,
Dallas.
not to mention, every time if they get any sort of serious rain there, that place is a fucking fishbowl.
Oh, I know. It's flooded on me before over there.
Well, a lot of the city is built on floodplain, natural floodplain.
Well, the way they get the water out of the bayous, and once the bayous fill out, they burst, and that'll flood the city.
Yeah, no, I live near San Antonio.
San Antonio is nice, except the cops are dicks on the highway around there.
I don't live in the city. I moved out of the city a couple of years ago. But I generally don't have interactions with the police.
If I lived in Texas, I'd probably want to live around Alpine or something like that, man. I like it out there. It's pretty. Plus, Big Bend is awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's nice out there. There's other places I'd rather live, but that's not really up to me. I have a it is, but it isn't. When you have another invested party, you kind of have to meet in the middle.
Yeah.
And my wife doesn't have any real desire to. Well, I mean, part to be away from family, but two, she's not really a country kind of person. I'm the kind of person that could live out in the middle of fucking nowhere in a cabin with no TV and just, books and your essentials. My wife, not so much. But I'm from a small place anyway, so. And I spent a lot of times in the outdoors and stuff, and still do. And
Have you been to
I was also a Boy Scout, Matt. I think we've talked about this before. I was not an Eagle Scout, but I was a Boy Scout. I
Have you
was
been
just shy of becoming an Eagle Scout when I moved.
Mm.
Have you been to Balmoria?
To where?
Balmoria.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's a park. It's a state park, but it's the largest outdoor swimming pool in the world, and it's
Where's that at?
in Texas.
Yeah,
You got to go check it out.
I've been to a lot of the places here in Texas. A lot of the parks, the state parks.
Well, this one it's so
I don't
deep.
think I've ever been to Texas.
The pool's so deep. They got scuba divers that go train in there. But it's all a natural spring-fed outdoor swimming pool. It's bad. Check it out.
That's called what again?
Balmoria.
Balvoria.
Balmoria.
Oh, Balmoria.
Also, it's not too far from Big Bend, so you could go check it out if you're going to Big Bend National Park.
I've been to Big Bend. Big Bend was awesome.
Oh, yeah. They had a black bear running through the park when I was there.
I know.
A black
I didn't
bear?
see
Who's
any,
that,
but
TJ?
I know bobcats are a concern out there in
There's no wildlife out there.
and mountain lions.
Well, I got
Didn't see any.
my yard.
That's who you had running through the park. You had TJ.
Nah, man, it's a black bear. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. He's a black bear, ain't he?
Is he? It's just TJ.
Do they have black bears?
Shit, man. Y'all giving TJ shit. What the hell?
Yes, I bought the book Garfield. I got cover B because I like that Fosco cover, that throwback cover for Zalen. Looked badass. That was my favorite cover, so that's the one that I picked up. I still have Horseman #1, Yaira 3, and Saints and Sinners. I have to pick up, but I've got to wait because I've got some other stuff going on. So I will have to pick them up here before they end.
Also, when I was in Big Bend, I saw like a pack of javelina that like they started coming towards the tent, man.
Oh yeah, you don't want to fuck with them javelina.
There was a pack.
What the fuck is a javelina? What is that?
It's a wild pig.
Yeah. Wow.
And they'll fuck you up.
They were coming towards the tent, man. I'm talking like a big old fucking pack of them. And I started fucking hollering, and they fucking took off, thankfully. But man, it was freaking me out because those little motherfuckers will fuck you up.
Yeah, you're lucky if you could chase them off, because if you can't, man, they come gunning for you. You can get fucked up.
Dude, it was like an army of them bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking coming right at the tent, dude.
Yep.
I was like, shit. I was looking for high ground. I was like Anakin Skywalker looking for high ground, bro. Head for the hills.
Okay, where's that at exactly? Show it to me. man. That water looks amazing.
Sir Ubasan is calling out some controversy in the chat.
Oh shit! What's the deal, pickle?
Apparently, he ordered Mighty Golden Patriot weeks ago and hasn't gotten it.
What? Oh shit!
Circle.
And has Yellow Flash replied to his emails of inquiry?
I don't know. That has not been clarified.
Okay, actually, I was close out there because I was out there by like Fort Davis and stuff, but we did not go to Balmaria.
Well, definitely go check it out, man, because they redid it. I think they've redone the park, so now it should be really nice in there.
Yeah, there's some cool little towns out there that way, man.
I like
Nice.
Alpine, man. Alpine's
Super
a cool
chill.
little town. Also, if you go out to what is it, Marfa?
Marfa. I went to Marfa.
They
I
got
went to Marfa for the day. I was supposed to. We were supposed to stay out there,
Save
but
Martha.
they really don't have a lot of places to eat there, and their restaurant at the hotel there in Marfa was closed for the weekend for some reason. I don't remember why. So my dad was like, "Screw this, we're going back to where we were staying." So we stayed out there for a little bit, and then we headed back and got a room back at the other place that we were staying because my dad didn't want to deal with all that. There wasn't anywhere to eat, so he's like, "No, I'm not gonna. I didn't come here to have fast food, so we're not doing that."
They have a big fancy hotel in the middle of town, and they have a great restaurant there.
In Balmoria?
Dude,
No, in
when I
Marfa.
went to Switzerland,
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Are you talking about Hotel Paisano?
No, not that hotel. There's another modern hotel.
Oh, okay.
They had a
when I
great
was in
restaurant.
Switzerland, I went to a McDonald's. That was like we pulled in on a train and like everything was closed except for McDonald's.
Yeah, I ate at a McDonald's in I think Stuttgart. Yeah, Germany.
Really weird. Also, like I was like used to having euros in my pocket, and then suddenly they were handing me like francs and shit. Like they're like I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right.
Well, back then they were still on the Deutschmark in Germany, but I think they're euros now. I don't know.
Fucking monopoly money.
I don't know what the euro is in comparison to the dollar these days. I have no clue.
It wasn't too bad when I went. I think I lost a little bit when I was exchanging.
I got a pair of skis in Switzerland, some Rossignals. Still got them. But yeah, you get skis for super cheap over there, man.
Yeah, I mean that's like their thing, right? I mean, it's just fucking hobby.
Well, it's their thing at ski resorts too, but they fucking jack the price up like crazy over here. Well, they have to import them because they're all from Europe anyway. But yeah, you get screaming deals on ski equipment out there. Just gotta ship it.
Yeah, if I had the time and the money to go on another trip, I would go to Asia. I think I talked about this the other day. Like I've kind of done the European thing, you know what I mean? Gone there twice. I'm ready to go see something completely different. Because even when I went to Europe, it was still just like looking at other white people.
I think if I went to Asia, I'd want to go to Japan, but I'd want to go to their mountainous areas, not go to the cities. Like the cities don't interest me.
Yeah. Because you probably lived in a big city. I used to live in New York City, so it's like I've already seen that. You know, I'm like,
well, I'm from New Orleans, so yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah. Not to be like, oh, I want to live in the house from fucking Totoro, but that's kind of like what I want to go see. I want to go see,
Old Dirty Fatty is shitting on skiers right now.
Good.
Yeah, the ticket prices.
Didn't they
are
learn the
stupid.
lesson after fucking Bono or fucking Sonny Bono?
Oh, Sonny Bono was a deuce dum, but
Yeah, that mofo ran into a tree.
no, I think
Or no, he went off a cliff, didn't he?
I don't know what he did.
I'm
He
thinking of,
wasn't
No,
wearing a
he.
helmet.
I'll tell you where he fucked up. He married Cher. That was the
I
first.
think it's just, I think I'm thinking of, I think it was Scott Baio that ran into a tree.
Scott Baio.
Scott Baio's alive. What are you
I
talking?
know he's alive. I didn't say he died.
I've run into a tree. It didn't do shit to me.
You sure
yeah.
about that?
Yeah,
Sonny Bono, he went off a.
I was just buried in the
He
snow.
went base jumping with skis on.
Oh, jeez.
That's dopey. No, I wrapped my legs around a tree. Got buried under the snow. I had to dig out. That was pretty bad. Jumped off a head wall and just wound up in the woods.
Don't
Kinda
be
sucked.
hacking my Aruda, A Brown.
But we didn't wear helmets when I was skiing when I started.
No. No.
Now everybody's
What's a
got
helmet? We didn't even wear fucking helmets to ride bikes or freaking skateboard. Nothing. No knee pads. No elbow pads. Jack shit.
Yeah, the 90s.
We used to
is where
make
I was-
homemade ramps and put them in the alley and jump our bikes off of them.
Yeah, I mean, in the 80s, man, that's what you did. You just would build a ramp and go jump your bike.
Mhm. My Huffy bike.
Oh, you had a Huffy.
I had a Huffy.
Budget.
And then I had
Budget.
another
Get your-
bike after
get your
that. I don't
bikes at
remember
fucking
what
Kmart.
I don't remember what kind of bike it was. I had that bike for a long time, but it was
I had
more
a-
like a
I had
You had a
Mongoose.
Nash
BMX. It
Executioner
was more like a
skateboard.
BMX style bike, but I don't remember what brand it was.
I had a Mongoose. I had Mongoose,
Yeah, dog.
California.
Gotta say Mongoose, Diamondback.
Red
My
line.
cousin had a Mongoose. Oh, that's what my second bike was. Matt was a Diamondback.
There you
I
go.
can't remember what it was. It was a Diamondback.
Huffy. You buy a Huffy at Sears, man. A piece of shit.
Hey, now that's back when Sears was actually good.
Not with the Huffy bike. God damn.
The only time Sears was good was when you could order a fucking Tommy gun. Once they took the Tommy gun out of their catalogs, it was fucking bullshit.
You're going way back, man. That was way before I was born.
Yeah, I don't know. My
My
Huffy
fucking
bike lasted a
statement
long
still
time.
stands.
So did my big wheel.
Yeah, you used to be able to get double barrel shotguns and just saw them off.
You used to be able to get
the
fucking
Sears
wives
catalog.
in fucking Sears catalog, dude.
That's fucked up.
Hey, I didn't make the catalog.
I hear there's a lot of single Swedish women, so you can always do that.
Hey, if you're looking for European single women, you need to head to Ukraine in about 3 years.
Why?
Oh,
There'll
so
be a
you
whole bunch of single ladies in Ukraine.
you outsourced your Ruda hacking there, A Brown?
I don't know if anybody gets my joke, but
Well, I know, but the 3 years, what is it, 3 years? What is that? Why 3?
I don't know. I'm just saying, you give the whole Soviet war thing about 3 years to die down and chill the fuck out, then head over there, and there's just gonna be nothing but fucking single women.
Yep.
But I think Sweden has the most single women.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are they single? Why are they all single?
I don't know. Maybe because there's not enough dudes.
Because their dudes are all effeminate.
Maybe there's some places where there's
Better watch out. Some of those single women might not be single women.
Well, luckily they're getting a
Heard
huge
it now.
influx of Northern African immigrants to handle all those
Oh boy.
Swedish women. That's what they're pushing, aren't they?
I don't know how to keep up with
With
all
their
that
ads
shit.
and shit. You see some of their ads. It's like there's no longer just like they're all mixed. They all look like Benetton ads now. There's no just like normal couples.
I don't know.
Yeah, you fucking.
I don't know what goes on. I'm just waiting for the video.
Is this a uncomfortable conversation now?
No,
Okay.
talk whatever you want, man. It's your channel.
No,
They have,
I
they have an
mean, just
affinity
talking.
for black licorice now.
That's what it seems like. Like somebody was showing all these ads coming out of Switzerland and Europe, and it was just like the whitest, palest women with like the most blackest men, and it was like multiple companies.
The thing, I had no idea.
Yeah, I saw
Like,
that Garfield.
just
They're losing their
collectively.
mind off of those Afrikaners coming over here. Pretty wild. It's pretty
That's
jacked
an
up. I mean,
interesting immigration. You know what I mean? Where you're like, that feels like a refugee.
mhm.
You know, like, hey, where I'm at, people are actively killing us, and then you see him, and it's like a woman with like a couple of things of luggage. She has 2 kids on her. You know what I mean? It looks like a real family, not like a military-aged man with a cell phone. You
Right.
know, it's like just the optics of it. You know,
Well, that place is going to go to shit, man. I mean, not that it isn't shit already.
Europe.
Oh, South Africa.
Oh
Europe
yeah,
too,
South
maybe,
Africa's
if they
gonna go
don't get their
straight
shit
to the sword,
together.
dude.
That place is gonna.
Nobody's
That,
gonna want to work with them. If you're sitting there making laws about taking people's land and like, just straight up wiping people off of your, I mean, I don't see like internationally people wanting to deal with you.
well, they're
You
going to
know,
turn into just like any other corrupt country over there. I mean, they're right as it is right now. I mean, it's not all rainbows and Shangri-La over there, where they're singing
no.
Kumbaya around the campfire. You're either you're either black and rich, or you're black and poor as all get out, like
Yeah,
dirt
they didn't
poor.
do like a true like not that anybody's ever done a true communism socialism,
Yeah, I
but
was
it's
about
not
to say
like
you haven't tried real communism yet.
yeah, I don't know, but it's like
This communism
dude,
light is not the real thing. It's not the real McCoy.
it's like Ponzi scheme like communism. Like I
Mhm.
imagine it was like if you really want to do communism, everybody gets fucking 3 gray jumpsuits. Everybody gets a octagon concrete house. There's no
Yeah, it should be like
fucking
1984 for real.
What they're
yeah, dude.
engaging in
Like
is
that's almost like
scam.
real communism. Like everything is given to you, and nobody has anything different unless
Right.
like you go out and get paint. But then it's like, why do you have paint? I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's just
want
like
thought crimes. I want all that shit.
What
no,
they're
I'm not
engaging
saying
in
I
is
would thought crimes, but it's just like what would be like the most ideal? It's like if you took everybody's shit and just like separate it into and I'm just saying we're speaking in fantasies here, but let's say you have some sort of
communist
matter.
utopia,
Yeah, let's say you have
not
some
this
kind of
champagne
matter transfer
socialism
machine.
shit that they're
Yeah,
engaging
we
in.
take all of everybody accepts it, takes all of our shit, everybody's cars, jewelry, everything, and you stick it into this transfer converter, and it converts into one car, one house. Here's your fucking jumpsuit. Like, I don't know. I mean, try that. It won't work. Everybody has like the human spirit will eventually like start pushing through.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's always like, oh, we're gonna do like communism. There's always like people at the very top. There's always like a pyramid Ponzi scheme to it.
Mm-hmm.
It always ends up having some sort of like, the party elite,
Well, you
like,
end up with the haves and the have-nots.
Mhm.
That's what it results in. They want it what they claim they want, which is basically a wrinkle in time society is not even a wrinkle in time in society is not a wrinkle in time society. If you've ever read the book, where
no, I haven't read it.
everybody's basically the same. It's total conformity, but you have this controlling entity at the top of the structure. So you have the same situation. Somebody or a small group that has everything, and everybody else, you get what you get. It's a really interesting book if you've never read it. I read it when I was in junior high.
No, I haven't read. I think I saw the cover and it had like a dude who was like part horse with like wings and shit, right?
Like basically like a minotaur, or not a minotaur, a
Yeah.
centaur.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a real famous cover. There was actually somebody who was trying to figure out who did the artwork for it because it was uncredited. I forget his first name, something Whalen, but he's not even on X anymore. He went to Blue Sky. Because apparently,
Get my guitars, bro. We fighting. Yeah, I mean, it's like I think about like okay, like would it be like like Star Trek Next Generation where it's like okay, suddenly like there's no want, there's no money.
Mm-hmm.
You just have like fucking energy converters. Like what is I don't know, like what how do things like get value anymore? Like if you could just be like, hey computer machine on the side, like create a pair of, Nike Jordans or hey, make me, Spider-Man or Amazing Fantasy 15. You know what I mean? It's but then you can be like, hey, computer, make me a Stradivarius guitar or make me a like some Stradivarius violin. But you know what I mean? Like make me a Fender guitar, and the computer would like be able to generate a guitar for you. So I guess there would still be music and art. I don't know. Getting too deep.
I like DS9. That was one of my favorite series, other than the OT and Next Generation.
I wish it was a little more outlaw. I wish DS9 was a little more like Outpost on the edges of Federation. It seemed more
Mm-hmm.
of like a fucking resort place.
It was still a really good show, though. I enjoyed it.
It was better than Babylon 5.
How dare you? Love Babylon 5.
I couldn't get past the 3D shit, dude. Looked like fucking shit,
Yeah.
dude. I was like, fuck.
I mean, they were dealing with the technology they had at the time, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I would
pretty
have.
good,
I
all
would have been
things
cool if they
considered.
had model work though. Give me some models.
Yeah, like that guy whose name I can't think of right now that did all the stuff for Star Wars. That guy, very similar. Like
Query?
that actual, huh?
Query?
Oh yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
He's the one who did all the designs for it. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I much prefer practical effects and the small scale modeling and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, CGI can have its place if it's done well, but it shouldn't be done so liberally. It should be a little bit more reserved in its use, in my opinion.
Have you heard the story or the theory? It's like CGI used to be better.
Yes.
I have heard that.
I haven't seen the.
Well, the problem is
examples
I
of
haven't
it,
seen so many new movies, like, because they all seem like shit. So I can't compare mentally to CGI. But like they made the comparison of like Avatar back when Avatar came out, and some of the CGI that comes out now, it's just dog shit.
Well, you kind of have the issue too.
Disney's getting blamed on that.
Yeah, I think it was Ian McKellen that talked about it. That that the process of this isn't verbatim, but kind of essentially that the process of acting has become somewhat soulless because of all the green screens. They're not doing the in-person interactions between the characters.
This is
where they're all on the stage.
Yeah, he was like crying. I heard that story too. Where He
Mhm.
was like, he didn't realize his mic was on, and he was like fucking crying because all he was doing was sitting in front of green screens talking to tennis balls and shit. He was like, "This isn't acting. This
Yep.
isn't what I fucking signed up for."
Yep. I mean, I can
Seems very
imagine that's your
sad, you know
crap.
what I mean?
That's
It just
depressing.
gives Andy Serkis more work.
He seems to jam. He seems to be like
He doesn't have a problem with the green screen.
Escape from New York was an awesome movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling that his like Andy Serkis is going to be like the pioneering person because I feel like in the future they're going to have Who's to say they don't contact the people who own Clark Gable's appearance and like bring him back? You know what I mean? Like if you could bring Caesar the monkey to life, like you can't, start to bring like dead actors or even just like composite actors for a movie. Like let's say, hey, we're going to be doing a new Mission Impossible movie. Like we're going to reboot it. I'm just hypothetically. Oh, are we going to get Tom Cruise? No, like we've generated a fucking actor for just this role, and it's going to be mocapped
Mm-hmm.
by a whole series of stuntmen and shit. Like,
Speaking of Clark Gable, I
I
just
don't
saw
know,
Run
just
Silent, Run
spitballing.
Deep was on a streaming service last night. I don't remember which one though.
Oh, nice.
If you've ever seen that movie, or if you've never seen it, it's actually a really good movie about submariners.
Submariners.
I was going to
yeah.
tell you because y'all asked about the no ads on Disney Plus. So depending on your plan, whether you have 3 services included with your plan or 2, which should be either Disney and Hulu or Disney, Hulu, ESPN, or Disney, Hulu, Max.
Mine's Disney Hulu Max, as far as I know.
If you want no ads, it's $13 a month for the three bundle, and it's $9 a month if you just do 2 bundle. So if you just have Hulu and Disney Plus, it's $9 a month.
I'm trying to remember if there's ads. I think there is ads on mine.
Stop being a poor ass.
So I have no idea what
Hey.
I pay.
Well, I think their plans are like $10.99 for the 2 bundle a month.
Well,
And
whatever it is I'm paying for it,
$16.99
I'm
for
getting
the-
ads. It's not that many though. I mean, it's if like last night I watched Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, because my wife had never seen it or read the book,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a 2.5 hour movie, and I think they showed it was either 2 or 3 2-minute ads. I think it was 2, and during the whole thing, and that was it. So it wasn't horrible. I mean, that you think about that, if you go and see a movie in the movie theater these days, they have more commercials and pre-rolls than that before your feature starts.
I used to like that. I used to like going to a movie theater and seeing like all the trailers and shit.
I don't mind it. I mean, I take my wife because my wife still enjoys it. I can take it or leave it personally.
Well, now that you can like see trailers on YouTube or whatever, like as soon as they're released.
Well, it's not even
The
so much
excitement's
that. It's
kinda
just the
gone,
fact
but-
that
I love
the home
I love
theater
trailers.
experience has become so good. What's the real advantage of going there? I
None.
mean, because for what I spend to get what I would drink there at the theater anyway, popcorn, candy, something to eat, I've already paid the same as what I would pay at the theater for that. But
Yeah.
I'm not also having to pay for I'm not having to pay for the concessions. That's my total cost, because I just picked something that I'm already paying for on streaming, and I can watch more than one movie. I can watch it at my pace. So if I gotta take a piss,
Yeah.
I can stop the movie. If I want to go put in food, I can pause the movie.
I got to call you out on something, Chuck.
Oh, dare I ask?
If you got popcorn and candy, what something to eat do you fucking need?
Well, I mean, actual food.
In addition to the popcorn and the candy?
Do you think I got fat by mistake?
That's all I was saying, man.
Chuck's like, look, man, I'm a fucking fat
I'm
ass. All
getting
right.
popcorn,
Well, you saw-
I'm
I
getting
mean, you
candy,
saw-
and I'm also
You saw me
getting
stand up
something
earlier
free.
to show that Jetfire poster, so I'm obviously a fat ass. I mean, I'm working on it. All kidding aside, but yeah, I mean, I usually don't even eat all the candy that I get, and it's like a small box. It's like the dollar box at Walmart the boxed candies. It's not like a bunch, and I might eat half of it, and then I'm splitting like a Red Baron pizza with my wife. I mean, basically, I could probably make the pizza, and I may eventually get to that point, but I can go pick up a decent Red Baron pizza for like $5, and then I can add stuff on there. Like I just take their basic 4-meat pizza that they have. That's a classic crust, and then I'll Matt's seen it because I've posted it on X where I will cook the mushrooms in chicken broth on the after I make my chicken. So I'll take my chicken, I'll sear it on one side, and then I'll after I've seasoned it, I'll flip it over and then let it cook for a minute or two, and then I'll put chicken broth in there and I'll let it steep in that chicken broth for like 7 to 10 minutes. Then I'll pull the chicken out. I'll set that aside, and I'll take the chicken broth that also has the now enhanced flavor from the seasoning from the chicken and from the drippings that come off of the chicken, and I'll simmer the mushrooms in that until they're portobello mushrooms until they're soft. I've already taken the stems off of them, but I cook those too. I don't waste them. I don't throw them away because you can use those to put in sandwiches, the stems, and slice them up and stuff. But the caps I'll take, and I'll cut those up into slices, and I'll put them in a container, and then I'll take a couple of slices of thick cut bacon, and I'll cook that off. I'll render that out and put that aside, and then I'll get black sliced mushrooms, and I'll add the olives, and then I'll put the bacon, the olives, and the mushrooms on the pizza, and that's 1 or 2 upping my game on my $5 pizza, and it's $5. So I save a lot of money doing.
I like
doing
like
that.
a frozen pizza, and then I'll go get like a bag of mozzarella cheese, and some pepperonis.
Freeze it up.
And then just add like another layer, on there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They were a little chintzy on the pepperoni this last one, so I probably need to invest in some pepperoni because I do like
the fucking shit's made by a robot. You know what I mean? It's like 3 pepperonis.
Well, it's like all the one that the disbursement of the pepperoni was kind of in the center on the pizza. I'm like, okay, their robot is stupid.
Robot. Well, that's why you gotta readjust everything before you cook it.
Well, it was frozen.
You talk about when it's like given to you.
Even when it's frozen, I'll reorganize.
It was on there where I couldn't just pop it off. It was stuck on there, and I didn't feel like ripping it apart. So I was like, fuck it, whatever.
I'm getting a low battery sound.
That's what the bacon is for. So it all turned out in the end.
No, I had to call you on that, Chuck.
Oh, that's fine.
Uh-oh.
And then I get movie theater popcorn too with the good butter. Because
actually, if you had, what you should try since you like candy and popcorn, Popcornopolis. That shit is dope, bro.
Actually, funny enough, I mean, not that you can tell because I'm a fat ass. I really don't even eat that much candy.
I'm just saying, if you have a penchant for candy and popcorn,
during the week,
Popcornopolis, that is your
during the week. That's like the one time I'll eat candy. Usually, it's movie night with the wife. They used to make this stuff. What the hell was it called? Crunch and Munch. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they still make it or not.
Yeah, it's like poppycock, right? It's like
popcorn. I think so. I think it's similar to that.
Cracker Jack. Yeah, that's another word.
Cracker Jacks. Except the Crunch and Munch was more like a candy.
Well, this takes
kind of popcorn.
This Popcornopolis, like I saw this on the Food Network. They were talking about gourmet popcorn, and Popcornopolis. Check out their website, man. Their zebra popcorn, dude. It's insane, bro.
Yeah, my wife's like a real big popcorn person.
Look at little Matt dancing. What's he dancing? I'm dancing
because we're gonna wrap it up.
10-4. Well, thanks for having me, Matt. Good talking to you.
Yeah, man. I'll be doing this later. I'm getting some low battery mode notifications.
Yeah. Oh no. And
I'm gonna go talk to my mama because my mama got here. So I'm gonna go talk to them for a little bit. Let my painting dry. Feeling good. I think it looks like shit. I think it looks like shit still.
So long as your client likes it, that's all you gotta worry about.
Well, I mean, it's like this looks like shit. This looks like shit. It'll look like shit until right before I roll it up. You know what I mean? Like, right at the, I'd be like, this looks like shit until right at the end. I'd be like, okay, it's not
It's a
so
work in
bad.
progress, as we say.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't like it looked like shit yesterday. It doesn't look as bad as it did yesterday. It still looks like shit, but not as bad as
It's looking less bad.
Well, I think I've
Yeah,
had
it's
this before
gradually
already.
looking less like shit. Yeah, that's what we're working at.
Right.
I think
Looking
I've
less
already
like
had this
shit.
Popcornopolis. Actually, it looks very similar to something I have
So
in
you
this
guys are talking
exact
about
same
food.
thing.
I'm gonna go get something to
Yeah, man.
eat.
Thanks for
So
having us.
thank you for being
Good
here,
chat.
and chat. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it, guys.
Don't forget to
And
like
I'll
the
see you guys
stream
later. Yeah,
before
like the
you head out.
stream. No
Please drop
drama.
the
I don't
like.
think there's any really drama. Really.
Nah, we cut the
Hmm.
drama.
No, we
out.
talked about shit we actually care about.
Yeah.
What a terrible thing.
Crazy. All right, guys. Take it easy.
Later.
Peace.
All right.